he's walking around his first day, and this morning, look at him. He had to make weight again today, and he looks ready to roll, right? Like not sucked in. Where normally he's sucked in and he's not that guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, right now he's that guy and he's ready to roll.
And I'll tell you what, I like when Kamal Bey can be as powerful as possible because, man, he's got some serious power. Fritz, Cheryl had a great tournament to get to this point, and here we go. Kamal Bey in the red taking on Fritz, Cheryl in the blue. Both these guys been on the scene for a little while.
Yeah, Fritz is now Minnesota Storm with Coach Chandler in the corner. Minnesota Storm has been an elite program in the Greco circuit for many years, so it's going to be a good match. This is Fritz is also, you know, on that Storm team that Pat Smith. He knows a little bit about Kamal Bey, you know, like
yes.
They have wrestled many times. Kamal can't get away from them Storm boys. Oh, arm throw attempt.
Nice defense there from Cheryl, and Bey recovers back up to his feet.
Not just attempt, like he pulled him right up for it. It was beautiful. Great defense.
You mentioned Coach Chandler over there in the corner. He seems like he's one of the more active ones just vocally. He's playing the game too. He's always in the officials' ears.
He really is.
But he doesn't quite overdo it. He's a constant presence over there.
You'll see him as they walk by. He'll give his 2 cents. Kamal in a pinch headlock situation. Fritz is bent over though. Nice little duck out. Hand fight. The pummel's going hard right now. These guys are getting their legs underneath them, doing a great job fighting it. It's more of a fist fight instead of a hand fight, right? Like
it is.
They're throwing clubs, headbutts. It gets a little nasty in there.
And Cheryl gonna win the hand fight in the first minute and a half, and he's gonna be rewarded with a passivity call and an opportunity in parterre.
Cheryl got that Jordan Holmes hair going on over there.
He does.
Classic Minnesota Storm.
And you gotta love, you know, red hair. It's great.
Red hair.
It's great.
You got to.
What's better than that?
You know?
All right, reverse lock.
Going reverse lift, high reverse lift as he's trying to pull him up that leg. Now he puts his shin in, but when you put the shin on that neck there, what that does is makes you pop up. Great job by Kamal, not taking that bait.
Yeah, kept those hips down.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Fritz puts himself in some danger here.
Kamal's trying to settle in.
Oh, push off the face. That's another caution if it doesn't get the fall. And gets the fall.
Wow.
Wow.
2 minutes is all it took for Kamal Bey, and Cheryl just sold out looking for that turn.
Yes. He went high reverse lift, right? And then he tried to step over, but his lock broke. If he could have kept the lock, and that gave Kamal the chance to reflip his hips, hip heist out of it, get on top.
It's fun to wrestle.
Both are U23 medalists.
Yeah. And here we go, Peyton Jacobson, the Olympian. He's in the red, and Becca Meloishvili in the blue. Meloishvili was the first American U23 medalist, I believe.
Yep.
Jacobson's such a brawler.
Yeah, and he's so compact, right? It's a height difference, especially at this weight. Everybody's like, you want to be tall. I mean, yes and no, because if you can get underneath them and get those hooks, it really benefits you. Becca sitting here trying to figure out of this. Oh, as Jacobson switches to that 2-on-1.
Really active fight here.
Yeah, beautiful pummel.
Meloishvili came over to the U.S. from Georgia originally, and finally able to compete. I think it was maybe his 3rd or 4th year competing for the U.S.
Yes, it is. Becca's brought a great view to the OTC trains out there with Coach Barrero from Cuba, Olympic gold medalists, and they work together in building their style. And it's a very different style from this brawl that Peyton is bringing, right? Like, Peyton is coached by Andy Bezic, where it's that pummel, legs underneath you, off balances, get a little gritty with it. Oh.
All right, so it's going to be Meloishvili opportunity on top. He wins, and I mean, that was a really, really competitive
they had to pick somebody there.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting clash of styles. It's been fun for me to see Coach Barrero in the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, what an accomplished guy for Cuba. Won the Olympics, was it 2 times or just once?
I think it was 2.
Man, he's...
I know once.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I know he's a world gold medalist too. Becca going for a gut lock right now. As he pulls up that neck, he cinches that lock in.
It was the once in the Olympics.
Yes. How many worlds?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, crash. Gets the gut. Beautiful job by Becca.
Wow.
Posted that shoulder down. Crash guts.
Really successful opportunity on top.
Yep.
Following up on Barrero. 2-time world gold, 1-time Olympic gold.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. That'll work. Needs to follow here with his legs or snap. Becca's holding that post leg back.
See what kind of adjustments Jacobson can make. It really did seem like he did enough in the pummel, even in the first period, that if he keeps up in the second, I think he'll get his opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. This is where that's a little slickness by Jacobson right there.
And Meloishvili's got a shoot that came untied.
If you could notice what he was doing, he was just, and it's completely legal, he was, as he was pummeling, he was stepping right behind his heel, which is making, as he pushes, makes him step, right? But his foot has the purpose to be there, right? That's what a lot of people don't understand. Your legs can get involved as long as we're not actively using them.
Yeah.
Because you have to get your hips in.
Yeah, and if that's a post behind there that
Yeah.
somebody happens to run into, that's different.
That's on them.
That's on them. All right, headed to the break. Meloishvili won the first period, but this does feel like
He really,
fairly even on the feet.
it really is. And he's really, after he got his 3, he's really pulled back his pace where he needs to push, right? Like, because now Jacobson is going to have his chance on top. It's gonna happen.
No doubt. Talked about the program Andy Bisick is building up there at Northern Michigan. How valuable to have a guy that made the Olympics so early in his career,
Yep.
that's so accomplished on the senior level. I mean, that's just, you know, it's proof of concept for everybody else in that program.
It really is. It really is. The guy, he's a great leader. I got to be with him for so many years. You know, we roomed together overseas, and it's always great to have a person like that that can grind with you through those moments. Becca has really pulled off the pummel going forward. As you see, he puts that post leg back, just kind of just holding on, which is gonna now, he's gonna go down. So he's really depending right now on his defense.
Yeah, he's kind of dropping that head a little bit too.
Yeah.
Almost in almost a freestyle stance here.
Really is. As now we get our passivity call.
And they didn't waste any time, just 43 seconds into the period. Jacobson gonna get his chance on top.
Becca playing a little gamesmanship here, backing up, taking his time.
Yeah, he really is taking his time to settle in.
Goes right for the gut lock, gets it up high. Peyton's so explosive here. Now you're gonna see as he goes, gets that shoulder, has to get the shoulder. Man. Lifts up. Becca, beautiful job switching his hips. As you can see, he's kind of keeping that weight middle, not letting him get that angle. It's so heavy on that lock.
Man.
So hard. Once you lift, he just, as you saw, he was teetering. He was keeping it right on his belly button. It was perfect.
Really made that hard on Jacobson. Seemed like he made the adjustments at the exact right times. It's important. You make them at the wrong times, all of a sudden your hips are up.
Yep, you're gone. He stayed like a board. But now Peyton's definitely not out of this match here. He's so explosive. And as he goes around, tries to cut the corner.
Normally, jumping like that, probably not advisable, but he's got Meloishvili so low in the stance.
Becca is just waiting this out. It seems he's willing just to win 3-1 right now. They're going to have to start calling him. There's a lot of time on this clock. He's blocking.
Surprised they haven't given him an attention yet. They're talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's your first. Is that the first attention? No block. He's not doing anything. Oh, now he's on the hands. He's really just taking off the gas.
That low stance. They want him up.
He's not getting his head up. This is not what we're supposed to be doing here, guys. Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
Now, so this is the thing. If it's negative wrestling, what he is doing, that's a caution in 2. Caution in 2 puts him in the lead.
Yeah.
Jacobs in the lead here.
40 seconds to go. He's really got to engage.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's just holding on. Yeah. Yeah, he's not pushing the pace, backing away.
Jacobson looked for that body lock momentarily.
Now goes arm throw as he walks out. Now this is on the ref. Is he willing to do this? Is he willing to make the right call here?
He's telling him.
Doesn't look like he's about to.
No.
I mean, he has done nothing in the last 4 minutes of this, 4 minutes and 30 seconds of this match. That is brutal.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, no attempts, gets his passivity, holds off, and doesn't try. I'm not, as you can hear, I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Right? It's a brutal way to win, and it's a brutal way to lose. You know, you're not doing anything for yourself, and the ref has to get involved there. He called him at the right time, has to do his job. It's been
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
His brother, Arvin, just made the U20 team for the 3rd time.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
I've had the pleasure to coach both of them. Both really great guys. I've worked with Young too. They're good young athletes that are trying to build into these ranks. As you can see, that he's had such an Iranian style, keeping that head down, that push.
I know the Khosravy brothers are. I know their heritage is Iranian. Were they born in the U.S. or did they come over from Iran?
I can't speak on that. I don't know. I know that their heritage is. They might have been born in Iran.
So far, it's been Khosravy taking a lot of ground in this first period with the step out already, and
Khosravy's doing a great job pushing forward and now working for that passivity, right? And again, it's a big push. It's a very, it's get him to the edge, get him to the edge, get him. You're not going to see much explosiveness like Young, right? Young wants to get to the body and score. But this right here, push, 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 push. Gets his one.
Nice work there from Khosravy. Yeah, that was just methodical, tactical. Took that match inch by inch, and
yep. Oh, Young's treading on that foot there.
Yeah, I wondered if they're going to call something.
Yeah.
Okay. Warning Khosravy about the finger fight.
Young's trying to control the hands here. Kind of get his something moving. He needs to pull, snap, circle.
Every time Young releases pressure, Khosravy just takes a little more ground.
Just takes that step forward, right, as he goes. He wants to circle, and he just suffocates him. That's his game. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to do anything else.
Another step out. Man, this is why you got to be good at the hand fight. If you can't stay in bounds, they stepping on his foot again.
It's a little gamesmanship there, trying to get him to react. Get out of his head. But this is, I always tell people, like, a win's a win. Push him out 8 times.
Yeah.
You break people if you can push him out that many times. Young here with an opportunity with the front headlock.
Working hard with that 2-on-1. Couldn't get anything going.
Oh, wow.
Caution in 2 for the fingers.
He already was warned. He was already warned. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was warned.
He can't do that again, man.
No, he cannot. That would be brutal for him. No passivities in this.
Young having such a hard time with this.
Doing such a great job. Oh,
wow.
Beautiful. And can he get to the gut? Oh, no. Step over. Can Young capitalize here? 20 seconds.
Got him in a lot of trouble.
Wow. It's been all Khosravy this whole time. He slips on a gut on his back, looking at the clock. 10. Oh, my goodness.
Close.
Oh, my goodness. 7. Oh, my goodness.
He may have it.
Oh, my goodness.
He got it.
And he got it with 3 seconds.
Wow.
With 3 seconds. Wow.
Khosravy, nearly complete period.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden,
that is heartbreaking.
slipping on a gut. That's an unforced error.
That is, yeah, didn't even need it, really. Like, he's been dominant. He could have took the time to cinch it up. Didn't need to go rush it. Tried to rush it and got stepped over. And good on Tim Young. I mean, he's been dominated. Dominated.
Yes.
Giving up the edge. The game plan for Khosravy was beautiful. And then Tim finds the moment, takes his chance. 3 seconds before the period ends, gets the fall.
It's one of the things that makes wrestling unique and great is
it really is.
You can get dominated in a match, but if you can put them on their back and pin them, that's it.
I always tell my kids, you're never out of it. You're only 1 point away. If you can just one throw away, you're always in it. And again, right here, you just got to capitalize on those moments. You put somebody on your back, you finish it.
This is under review. We'll see if I don't know if they're hoping for a leg foul or something, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Anything.
No, I didn't either. Tell you what, you got to love the fight from both guys. Khosravy clearly undersized, but powerful.
Yep, it was a Hail Mary brick, hoping they could find a leg foul in there or something.
Yeah, you might as well at that point, but we'll see. And this is one of those that has very high potential of going to match 3 based on how Khosravy wrestled there.
For sure. Young had no answer for that push.
No, I mean the only answer he tried resulted in giving up a takedown. So that's not going to work.
A lot of fun. Last year.
Here we go. Adam Coon in the red, Colton Schultz in the blue. Coon took a little time off of the wrestling mat. He played some football. Glad he's back.
Yeah, last year with Colton finishing it in the first round with that front headlock, choking Coon out and pinning him, and then never came back. And let's see if I don't think they've wrestled since then. So this is the rematch for Coon here to see what he can put into it. But Colton's such a brick house, man. He's so built.
Yeah.
Nice little off balance there.
I'll tell you what, if Colton Schultz had me in a front head position, he might end my life. That might be all that.
I was telling everybody, is like, his front headlock has been beautiful, and I love that he's made it into his own. And I was like, but Colton has been choked out by me so many times in that practice room.
He's earned the right to choke some people out.
He owns the right to choke people out.
Yeah, that is. You gotta pay that tax up front, but
if you can. Now this is the beauty of heavyweights, right? Like the pummel, right? Like they're trying to take that well. As you see, Colton just moving forward. It's a little slower moving, but I always tell anybody, when you say this is boring, you have Colton Schultz or Adam Coon club you and see how you react.
Yeah.
And that you're not going to go forward. I'll tell you that much.
No. And yeah, I think pretty clearly Schultz won that call fair and square, the passivity, and he'll get his opportunity on top.
Everybody knows where he's going.
Yeah. Man, Coon's had a year to prepare. Schultz so good.
Gets it up. Now sits on it. Has to be ready here. Gets the lock. Rolls him over. Gets the turn. Go. Oh.
Man. The brick came out immediately. And
why are we?
The brick came out before the first turn. I don't know if they.
Why did we stop it though? That's my question. Coon is very disgusted on this.
Yeah,
Colton did take a little extra there after the whistle.
Yeah, he did.
Little gamesmanship, but
yeah. What do you think what do you think they're challenging?
I don't know here. I'm gonna watch. He did put him on his legs here, and as he switched, I don't see. He didn't grab a leg.
Yeah, I'd like to see the switch itself one more time because he.
Oh, beautiful.
Dude, that. Man.
So pretty.
Oh, that is brutal.
It's so pretty.
I'd like to see him switch from one side to the other again. That was interesting.
He, like, Coon didn't push backwards. He just let him switch his hands. If he would have pushed back, but he was up. He kind of put it, like, laid him on his. I think they're going leg foul. He kind of laid him on his lap and then switched the sides, switched his lock.
Yeah, we'll see what they say. Okay.
Challenge lost.
And you know what? Maybe the strategy is exactly what happened, which is you give up the first turn, but then they review it.
Why? I don't know why we're back up though. Parterre?
Yeah, you would think if they
stopped the action.
They stopped it because of the challenge.
Interesting. I mean, hey, 4-0 lead for Colton now. Let's see what Coon can do.
Oh man, I thought Schultz was gonna get back down in there.
Yeah. Coon needs to get to his underhook. I mean, he's so good at that body lock. He needs to get to his hook. He's playing Colton's game here a little bit.
Yeah, Coon, when he went on that World Finals run, it was, man, that body lock.
Yeah.
And
no one knew him. He just got on a beautiful run, got on a good side of the bracket, and no one knew him. So he just was able to catch so many guys in that beautiful body lock.
When we were watching that performance back in 2018, we kept calling it the spin cycle. Coon putting him in the spin cycle.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to next year having the Worlds back here in America in Las Vegas.
Man.
This year, U23s. Just, I think we get our team there ready, prepped. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the World Championships are, I mean, one of my favorite weeks of the year. Even when I have to wake up at 3 in the morning. So getting to do it on a regular sleep schedule. I mean, it's incredible.
It's awesome.
Last time we did it, that was 2015. That was what an experience for you.
Oh yeah, but all Team USA, right? Like, everybody competed so well there. I mean, Snyder getting his first gold medal there, and
oh man, dramatic.
Burrows, just everybody. It was such a great performance by America in front of our home crowd, our fans. It was so awesome.
I think James Green won his first medal. Bisick did well.
Bisick won his medal.
Was that his second?
Yep.
That was his
second. He won 14
second.
and 15. Yeah, Coon's going to come out hard here, try to win this pummel, get Colton to go down. Heads down, though. Colton trying to get to the double underhooks.
Coon just looks so determined in the face.
He always has that scowl.
Yeah, I love that scowl.
Always has that scowl.
Great photos of that.
There's hooks there on one side now. If Colton can get doubles here, he can really dominate this. Because right now they're going to give Coon a chance on top, as we can see. Yeah,
they're signaling passivity to Schultz.
I always wonder, though, how do you call somebody passive if they have double underhooks controlling the body?
Yeah, it really does seem like Schultz.
He thought the judge was going to go passive red again.
Interesting.
But White paddled and went passive blue. Now Coon goes classic gut wrench. That's where he tries to make his money here. Coon tries to slide it right down by the mid, right on the ribs. Starts to try to drive those feet. Colton not moving much, right? Kind of does this a European style. He works his hips. You see the defense, it's not on it's not moving forward, it's switching hips.
Yeah.
Because of heavyweights, it's so hard to pull all that body over. You kind of just stay nice and compact to the ground.
And once the hips come up, that's
then
when
you're done.
That's when you're done. Minute and a half to go in this one.
Coon has a tall order here to get a takedown.
Coon came out of the break, just really hard hand fight. A lot of pace, but that's hard to maintain against a guy like Schultz.
That's the thing though, right? Like, he could have came out hard hand fight, but also attempt to score.
Yeah.
Right? Give yourself that option of getting a takedown or a push out and still get that, because then now you're only a takedown away. Colton just holding position.
Really, you know, the difference right now from being able to win this with a takedown is that challenge.
Yeah, yeah, really is.
They were officials signaling towards Coon again there.
I don't know. They're not going to call anybody here.
No, it's
Colton
too late.
has really put on the brakes too. You know, it's the hand fight is heavy. Coon has to find his way to the body.
Yeah, Coon looking for an opening. If he could get to his body lock, that's, you know, he's got 4-point potential all day there.
Yeah. Oh, hands direct to the face. That should have been a caution. See Colton give him a couple throat chops when the ref's on the other side.
Man, yeah, I've seen him.
Oh, takedown. Wow, beautiful, but not enough time. Colt Schultz going to take match 1.
4-3. Coon made things interesting right at the end.
Yes, they did.
And there you go.
A little hiatus. Now is back. Looking great with Coach Medlin at the Illinois RTC. And then Brady Koontz, right? He is a savvy wrestler. Last year, he didn't make weight, and coming into today, and lost to Rainey.
Yeah.
Right? That Rainey got the spot off of it. So this is just a chance to try to make this first team.
Yeah. Locked back in. And
heavy hand fights by both wrestlers already.
Yeah, and these guys saw it last night in the U20 finals, but that center of the mat, that positioning is so critical early on.
What a lot of people don't understand, it's a chess match, right? Like, as you see now, Max is pulling it out, getting them moving. When you're standing and want to just stay toe-to-toe with each other, it's very hard. You got to get them moving. And upper body it's not all upper body, it's with those legs. If you can see how Max, now it's the front headlock bringing him down. He's wearing on that neck, wearing him down. It's the long game.
Yeah. You know, we saw that in that best of 3 last night in U20.
Nice.
Khosravy was the guy that he got beat bad in match 1, but he won the chess match in matches 2 and 3. And he's on the team, and these guys going to try to do the same thing here.
As they work, right, as you see now, Max goes in for a slide by Koontz. Needs to start getting his legs working with him too. Max has a little bit of advantage being underneath him. Again, wearing on that neck, just trying to tire him out. It's the game. As Koontz is in the 2-on-1 position, but Max is moving him very well.
Yeah, and I thought he did a nice job clearing that 2-on-1. Didn't want Koontz to push him around there.
Now Koontz goes to it. Now this, as a smaller athlete, this is where and that's our first passivity. As warranted, as should be, Max was working very well on his feet.
Absolutely, and for people that don't remember, they changed the rule, I think last year. Yeah. If it's a 1-1 match, it's the guy that gets it first that's in the lead. So that's another little part of the chess match to be aware of. That's a big advantage, but Nowry wants to get to work on top.
Yes, this is when the mindset for all athletes should be, if I get a chance on top, you should try to finish it right away. He needs to stride that bottom foot as he brings it underneath, but that first step needs to be going. Now he switches out front. He has to work here. Got to score.
Trying to get to this reverse lift. Got to the lock, couldn't get the lift. And man, those posts of Koontz have got to be tough to deal with. So much length.
He's so long, so as he tries to go high reverse there, it's all that body coming up with it. It's difficult when you're trying to go there with that high reverse left. A lot of guys switch off to the front headlock from that position. Now we're in an underhook. Both guys kind of have that elbow trapped.
42 seconds left to go here in this first period, and so far pretty complete period from Nowry. What's Koontz got to do to earn his opportunity on top?
He needs to pick up the pace. As the chess match, as we've been saying, goes through, as we have 25 seconds left, Max needs to give a couple more at the end of this period attempts, right, to keep the pressure on Koontz, because they're going to give him a chance on top. But if he's dominant and gives those actions, arm drags, stuff like that, it changes a lot.
Yeah, it seems like a few years ago it was almost automatic. The other guy was going to get a chance on top. It seems like they've shifted a little more to rewarding a guy that's more dominant in the hand fight.
Yes, much more, and that's how it should be, right? Like, reward the dominant wrestler. Reward the dominant wrestler. As Koontz has Sammy in the corner, another 55 legend there.
Yeah, man. Sammy, wow. It's a guy that he could do it in freestyle and Greco.
Yeah, he did. Legend.
Good for him.
Him and Mango's matches back in the day in Vegas were something spectacular. Real good Greco-Roman wrestling.
Man, Mango. Some of those Mango highlights, they still hold up.
Oh, they do.
You got to still watch them from time to time. Underway, second period. 1-0 lead for Nowry. He really controlled things in the center, period one, and it's on Koontz to change the tides.
This is where Nowry has to come out of the corner and, yes, make attempts. Slide-bys, hooks, domination, but Koontz is doing a good job. He gets a chance on top. Beautiful snap by Nowry there.
Feels like he's getting so much motion from clearing that 2-on-1. Wonder if he'll find an opening.
If you can see the difference in stance, right? Nowry's very legs underneath him. Koontz is more bent over due to the size difference, right? But that's where, nice drag attempt. Re-drag.
Wow.
And takedown by Max.
Man, he was ready for that drag.
He was.
Great re-drag for Nowry, and thought he was close to a trap arm. Now he's going back to that reverse lock.
Yep. Needs to pull that right up into the hip. As he pulls out, now he has it up. Over the top. That's a 5.
5 offered, 4 offered, and 5 confirmed. That's the match, Robbie.
That's the match right there. That was beautiful. As he brought the legs up and over into danger. 5 points. Excellent job by Max Nowry.
And, you talked about the chess match early, and fans want to see that 5-pointer right off the whistle. You can't get that one right off the whistle.
No.
You got to earn it.
And
Dalton Roberts. Roberts, I think, has made every age level of team except seniors.
No, he was.
Or he did make a senior team.
Yeah, he was a senior world team
That's
member.
That's right. He did.
An Olympian. Our Olympic trial champion.
That's right. So now Richards trying to make this successful transition to Greco. He's been successful in the transition already, but he wants to do the senior world team, and
yes,
got his hands full with Roberts, who's always tough.
And now with him and Max up at the same RTC, having a good training partner consistently, right? Like, that makes a huge difference. But a beautiful takedown by Dalton. No points yet. There's your 2. Dalton does have a trap now. Now, heads out of bounds. Nice transition there. Gets the go behind. That's another thing, too. It's a lot of Greco-Roman wrestling is off balancing. You don't see it. It's very unique. But it's that seatbelt behind the back, right?
Yeah.
And that can create those angles for you to get those takedowns.
That's a thing that people that only watch freestyle don't recognize. I mean, you don't have those legs to work with. You can't step over, so that your ability in that seatbelt is very different, very unique.
The hips and controlling waist. As now Dalton getting that push. Zane needs to find his tie here and keep those legs underneath.
Roberts trying to control that 2-on-1 underneath. Al Richards taking some ground.
Now a nice little wizard there by Dalton, kept himself in bounds. Zane did a really good job getting that. But he got overzealous when he saw the zone. He needed to slow down a little bit and kind of just keep zone work.
Saw that a couple times last night where these guys, it's like their eyes get too big for their stomach. They see that edge of the mat and they push a little too hard.
Points are so hard to get here, right? So when you see it, you got to take that breath. You take that control back.
And they're going to go passivity on Richards. So Roberts now gets another opportunity on top. We already saw him close on that trap arm. You wonder what would have happened if that had been in the center of the mat, not on the edge.
The trap arms are deadly. Trap arms are it, right? If you can get there. It's so tough trying to stop it. But Dalton has a beautiful lift, too. Gonna go high gut, looks like. Gets the legs on the outside. Zane doing a beautiful job. Now comes up. Step, big step. Backside gut, gets the 2.
Wow.
Beautiful. And now gets another one. The gates are open.
7-0, 1 point away from a tech here is Roberts.
Man, he's in a great position now, right? Like, this kind of takes out. He scored on his feet. He scored in Bartan. Scored off the passivity. It takes out that call that Zane's going to have to win this match. He's in a deep hole. But, oh, nice. Little duck attempt, but stuff, I don't.
Yeah, Richards has the pace, but, man, Roberts just positionally has really won a lot of these situations.
Zane has to, of course, has to score the next one. But scoring one can just change momentum so well.
Attention there.
Can't have the head trapped. You have to have something there. Can't have the back of the head. Oh, nice arm throw attempt.
Just a slip there. 15 seconds left to go in this first period.
Rick's showing there, and that's also what the refs want to see. Pinch headlock by Dalton here. It's a good way to finish the period. Goes scoop. Can he score something here at the end? You don't got to be smart. More risk. And that's going to be it for the first.
Robbie, talk about the chain wrestling from Roberts in that top position. He went high gut, had that head pressure forward, switched to the lift, and ended up switching to the gut. What happened there?
So that's where it's really nice, right? Like, so in Greco, he did a beautiful job. He starts up high, so that brings up Richardson's hips, because that's how you defend. You got to get the pressure on the lock. But you're sacrificing your hips. Dalton slid those down and brought it right up to his chest, right into his left, and then took that over. As he then went backside, Zane, again, gave up his hips, so then Dalton was able to get the backside cut. Beautiful read, and then once, again, after every score, the next score's a little bit easier. And those floodgates open, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that was fun to see in the best of 3 last night, U20. Sometimes it's the other guy that figures out how to open the floodgates the next time. So
yes,
we saw a lot of matches, tech for one guy, next one, tech for the other guy.
So now what I was kind of getting at before, where Dalton has scored on his feet. He scored in Partero off the passivity. He has a 7-0 lead. He's not being passive by any means, but they're not going to give Zane the call, right? Yeah. He's warranted showing I have not been passive in this match. So if we see anything, we're going to see negative wrestling. That's where that more comes back. Oh, beautiful. That was a nice duck off that pinch headlock.
And one thing about Richards, you can say for him, he is definitely bringing the pace in this match. A lot of the bets he's made haven't exactly paid off, but he's fighting hard.
Doing a great job as Dalton here. Richardson is fighting very hard. He's still making attempts. He has to go out and find something more. Just get a chance on top. Pushing forward, fingers.
And if you're Roberts, you know Richards has to take some risk, and so you don't need to do that. You can let the risk come to you.
Control, patience. Get him to the edge, score one. Beautiful. Oh, he needs to go to the body though. As he comes up under there, needs to find that body. He's doing a beautiful job there.
Yeah, he's doing a great job finding that opening, and if he can get to his lock on one of these, that could be a game changer.
They really can. I mean, all he has to do is put him to his, and they do hit him. They do hit him.
All right, let's see what Richards has on top in parterre.
That flurry was warranted enough. That's actually a really great call, honestly, by the refs.
Yeah.
Giving this guy, he's been attempting, giving him the opportunity to go on top and try to put this match back in his favor. Oh, now he has backside. Can he go that way?
Roberts kept that far hip so heavy.
We talked about legend Sam Hayeswinkler, and then now there's his opponent in the other corner. Spencer Mango.
Yeah, we already brought up those highlights. Those were some of the first Greco highlights I ever watched, so Spencer Mango.
Amazing. He's so explosive. Dalton needs to keep his legs underneath the arm. Zane's doing a beautiful job. This is what Zane would do in that first period. Instead of holding, he needs to take these risks, right? Like attempts. Try to get that body. If he can get that gut and gets that body, take it straight over the top. We can put him straight to his back. That's a game changer. Got to find it from 35 now.
Match winding down. Richards needs something big, some kind of big takedown to transition. He gets, and he's close to it.
It's going to be enough now. No, he's somebody. He's leaving that back arm. He needs to come up and grab. He needs to find that body lock.
Seems like that. Oh, that's a slip. 5 seconds left, and barring something unexpected, it's going to be Dalton Roberts taking match 1. But if you're Richards and you have a bunch of hours to game plan for match 2, do you take some confidence in the fact that your duck, it's creating some openings?
Creating opportunity, 100%. And again, they're going to be hydrated. It's going to be a different match, right? For both athletes, right? But there was a lot of good in that. He is so explosive. Talk about an exciting wrestler to watch. He gets on top. He can finish things really quick.
Yeah, he's been on senior team, at least one senior team that I can remember.
I think he's been on 2 now.
2-on-1 for Johnson. I mentioned that Northern Michigan program. They had a lot of guys in the U20s last night. What is Bisick doing so well up there?
He's recruiting well, getting guys to buy into him, trust his process, get the kids to compete, right? Like, go out there and fight. And that's the biggest thing about Greco-Roman wrestling that people don't understand is it's a fight. Like, you get beat up in this. It's not just, playing patty cake out there. And these guys are really doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. We're fighting. I mean, Northern Michigan, one of the dominant programs. Obviously, the world-class athlete program. Another great Greco program. And
yeah, no. So exactly. So Andy's doing that. The kids are, like I said, bought into it. But W counts staple, right? Like, if there's no W count, Greco-Roman wrestling in this country would be really, really in a tough spot. So Spencer's doing a great job. Sheridan doing an amazing job out there. Coach Sean doing his thing. And putting those guys in the right positions to get their athletes ready.
Xavier Johnson going to get the opportunity first. He gets the passivity point, and now we'll work from top.
Now this is where X does a really great job. He gets his hands locked. His lift is so fast. Yep, big step,
wow.
Big step, big step, big step, backside. Gets one guy now cut. Is he gonna come back with it? Needs his lock tight again, back up. Oh, nice job. Good defense. Can he pop?
Wow.
Gets 2.
Man, he stuck with it.
Yeah, he did. That was a loose lock, but what he does is he pinches his elbows together, which catches those hips.
I was going to ask you that because, yeah, it didn't look tight enough, but he's pinching at the forearms.
He's in that C-grip, right? So he's here, and as he goes, he extends it. It catches the hips.
Now with a 5-0 lead, just 2 minutes into this one, he's in a great position.
Landon needs to find some action here. He needs to really push the pace. Because Xavier's very hard to score on bottom. So Landon needs to create some actions.
Just a little verbal warning there for the finger fight.
And that's a big thing in Greco-Roman wrestling is no fingers, right? I mean, we take it so much. But what happens is when you get in the fingers, guys tape them up and they can break fingers, and that takes out a pretty significant piece of your weaponry.
Yeah, you need those.
So the refs are pretty much up. They used to slap you.
I remember that. Yeah, they would get in there and just slap them.
There you go. We're back now.
All right. At the break, 5-0 lead. What do you think Bisic's saying over there in the corner?
Has to find his action, right? Got to find an attempt. Got to get to yours, right? So, again, Landon's good in the 2-on-1, but X is so strong. Has to find there, and Landon's also very good at explosive actions. Can score on the bottom. His reverse lift is beautiful, but he has to get on top. Now, 5-0, all points scored in parterre off the passivity call. Most likely he's going to get his chance, but he has to go forward now. Right? That's that again. Where you're in the corner, that you got to give him 45 seconds of hard work here.
And it does seem like Drury is responding to that. He's taking the center first part of this period. Yeah, this looks like a situation where Drury's going to get that passivity call if he keeps this up.
Yeah, he needs to keep driving here. He needs to get his legs underneath him. He needs to get on top.
Yeah, officials starting to signal.
And there it is.
All right, Drury's opportunity. Remember, he gave up 2 turns in the first, so
now this is the big part, right? So if we're here, if Landon can get his reverse lift, which is absolutely spectacular, gets that throw, that's 4. Now he has criteria, but that's where he's going to right away. Needs to find it.
working for.
Going gut.
Yeah.
Going gut. This is going to be tough here. Gets the hip. Oh, gets a turn. Beautiful. Stuck with it.
Still has room to work.
Here comes lift. Big swing. Big swing. Big swing. Takes a step out of bounds. Let's go hip over. Nothing. Cartwheel out. 1.
White paddled that.
White paddled. Landon has to go now. What Landon needs to do there as he circles up, needs to go high on those hips.
So Drury still trailing.
He needs to find those actions again, because he can still get a passivity call. He still have another chance on top. But he needs to find actions. They have points, but only off the ground. If he shows some dominance here. .45 now.
Drury's got to look for an opening here. Johnson has been pretty.
Oh, he needs a takedown too. That's it.
Takedown will give him the lead on criteria.
Johnson holding good spots, but he's being 100% defensive, but he's not really negative. He's keeping his elbows in, right? Like, Landon needs to try to open him up here. Get him moving his feet.
Johnson's so strong in these positions, now down to 12 seconds. I got 2-on-1.
Oh! No, time was out.
Oh, 2 was offered. I think they're going to probably, they may throw the brick. It wouldn't hurt anything. Here it comes. They're going to take a look.
Wow. When I looked over, it was on zeros. But there is that head turn. This is big. This is big.
Man, they're going to pull it up on the screen, so we'll get another look at it. But that did look like time was out to me, but, man, never stopped fighting.
As he comes through, he drives, gets that head in the hole there. Comes around, head in the hole on the hip.
And I can't see the clock on our review. Man, it is really close.
Yeah, it is.
The screen is in the background of the shot, and so they may they may be able to zoom in and take a look and see if there's any time left. That's what it's going to be about, was there time left on the clock.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be one more. Yep, lost a challenge. It was so close, though.
Man.
He had that. But that's what's beautiful about that is he scored on his feet. 1 second late. Like, Coach Paulson is an amazing coach. Awesome athlete. Talk about another amazing lightweight bracket. Him and oh God, the match went forever.
Yeah, man, I don't know why it's slipped my mind. This is embarrassing. We're gonna think of it.
But Paulson, oh my gosh, it's gonna come to me. But Peyton coming in through and being part of Pinnacle and going to Nebraska, doing what he did at Nebraska, having that great time.
Dennis Hall.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That was such a legendary match.
I'm so sorry, Dennis. It just slipped me.
No, I know.
Didn't it go for like 18 minutes?
Yeah.
19 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, and it was a war the entire time.
And they just said, it was overtime. They said, figure it out, boys. It was beautiful.
Great. What a great moment.
It really was for wrestling.
Benji Peak, he's dynamic, not just in the way he wrestles, but personality-wise. He's one of those guys you like having in the sport and representing Team USA just because he gets the conversation going.
He really does. Benji is so beautiful arm throw, but nice job. Didn't lose control here. It's just wrist there. Beautiful. So now if Benji would have hit a hip there, right? That's when we got a correct throw, and that's what we're going to do. But because Benji just kind of fell to his knees, we're going to reward Peyton for taking that action.
Peyton with that 2-on-1, but Peak's head's way over on that side.
Doing a great job controlling this here, because this is where Benji is so dynamic. Oh, beautiful snap.
Wow.
Wow.
Made that look so easy.
So easy. And that's again with Greco-Roman wrestling, it's your weight position is beautiful. Gets him up. Big step. Oh.
Are we going to see
him a leg foul too?
Yeah, that's what I wondered. Did the leg get in there and trip things up?
Yeah.
That's what Hayes Winkel's going to challenge.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I shouldn't say for sure, but from what I saw,
that's what it looked like.
It definitely looked like.
I saw this exact situation with Benji yesterday in an early match where, look, you get that high up in the air and you're going to go over, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe you stick a leg in there. You don't want to give up 5.
But this is the thing now. He goes back down.
Yeah.
And Benji gets another chance.
Not good.
And it's going to be 6 instead of,
Yeah.
So if you just, and now it would have been 6 because he would have got the 4.
Oh, yeah. He hooks his leg for sure.
As he comes up
here. Yeah, hook that leg.
Pops it right. Here you see the foot lace in.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. But you see, that's where Benji's so good with his length. He goes straddle, and he pulls those hips up. And that's where he can sit and step out, because he can get those legs over both sides and then take you straight over the top. And that's very difficult because you don't know what side to defend. So.
Yeah, it's dangerous. And, you see that in freestyle or folk style too. Anybody that can attack both sides of the body just gives themselves so many more opportunities.
And that's where it's like the uniqueness of Greco that a lot of people don't understand when you're watching it, of like, oh, you're just picking him up. No, he has options there. He has options to both sides. And it's just what Peyton does, right? If Peyton doesn't react, he can step out and lift. If not, he can crash cut to the other side.
Yeah. They're looking at this a bunch of times. Maybe it's not as clear as we thought. They keep reviewing it. And
They're saying did Benji step out first?
Oh, wow.
Which would be an interesting call. But
okay, so they are going to say leg foul.
Leg foul. That's going to bump the score to 6-0.
Benji Peak with Opportunity on top and parterre. Still a minute and a half to go in this first period. Oh, it's 5-0 on the scoreboard. I thought it should be 6.
Did they give him only a step out?
I think that maybe they just did step out plus leg foul.
Maybe. That's wild. But look at this lift here. Pulls it up, and now he's fighting. Watch him come up. He's at the hip toss over the top. Oh.
Just one. White paddle and one.
Got to give him something. He needed to finish there.
He really did.
Wow, I didn't like that whistle. He had him up. Peyton has life here.
Yeah, and he looks determined.
Really does. He did such a great job. He has to watch his weight here as he's driving forward. The duck attempt here.
Peyton Robb looks really determined. If he could get a point at the end of this period, that would be big for him.
Huge.
But now that pinch headlock for Benji Peak.
Yep. Benji needs to go legs in. Now Peyton gets the body. Something to pull here. Benji now back into that collar tie, kind of blocking on the backside here. This is looking good for Peyton. Putting the pressure on him here.
Yeah, in a match like this where you're losing by so much, you take any little win you can get, and to kind of control the hand fight for the last 30 seconds or so, that's something.
Where the referees last time proved me wrong, and he can still get called for passive. Passive still in play, right?
Yeah.
So Peyton might get a chance on top. Get to a gut. Tie this up real quick.
Yeah.
He needs to find that same pace though. The pace that he had in the end of that first period. Needs to bring that pace right on back at him. Benji looks tired, takes a deep breath as he walks back.
Yeah, you could tell Benji was hunting for that tech early, and you know, that's one of those things mentally that can be a little bit tough to get over. You think the match should be over, but it's not.
No. You think you're done, and it's a mental for both sides of things, right? Like, thought he was going to have it. That if Benji could have finished here on the edge, right, they would have been done. But took the one. Oh, nice job by Peyton. Way to wrestle on the edge.
That's his fight right there.
That's beautiful. That was beautiful. Mat awareness right there by Peyton Robb. That's huge. That's real big here.
Benji back to that pinch headlock.
This is not looking offensive. This is looking like I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
Yep, they're on him. Benji needs to find some more activity here, not simulation. Needs to find some actual good attempts. Peyton needs to keep that pace. Keep bringing him back over to the edge. Yes. Peyton's doing a beautiful job here. Benji takes another deep breath.
They're signaling for Benji to bring his positioning up, not block. And now they're starting to signal.
Yeah, starting to talk to him. Again, passivity's in play. He's not showing enough at the moment in time. Benji needs to find an attempt. Peyton needs to do what he's doing. Peyton can't get stalled out here with this underhook.
Yeah, Peyton's got to keep it up. Passivity call would be big for him right now.
Huge. Yes. Good snap by Peyton. For a drag here.
Still a minute to go. And it seems like the hand fighter Robb maybe slowed a little bit.
That has. And there it is. Yep. Negative wrestling. But that's not going to be able to give it to him, right? He has to get on top. He has to find a takedown here. They might come hit him again. They give him plenty of time to hit him multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Robb, you really need to put points on the board, not trying to pull that head down.
It's so you're trying to go through those arms, those long arms of Benji. It's difficult to get there. Benji's not. He's going backwards. I would have liked to see the passivity here by him.
Yeah,
Give him a chance.
I think Peyton was close to it.
I think so. 20 seconds. Man. I would have liked to see Peyton get a chance on top. He has, since that last score by Benji, he has dominated this match. Again, look at that. Out of bounds, fleeing the hole too. Yes. Yes. Caution in one.
So 8 seconds left and pretty deep hole still here for Peyton Robb. But man, if he could find his way to a 4-pointer, he can win this match.
Feet the back. Feet the back.
6-3.
Yep.
Peyton Robb gonna run out of time. 6-3 the final. And Benji Peak, you can tell he's feeling that one.
He's gassed. Wonder how that cut was for him, you know?
Yeah. Wonder about that. Wonder about how match 2 is going to look tonight. For now, it's Benji Peak with the 1-match lead in the series.
And took a little bit of a break because of, the issues of the government of changing his nationality or becoming American. And, and then he's like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot at 40.
Man, he's got 2 sons that are absolute killers. He can still beat them.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine?
Whip them.
Could you imagine being like a U17 or U20 world team and your dad could still beat you?
Right, let's give a shout out to Poway over there, having him come in to that program and building a really good Greco program at the youth level. And then him creating 2 sons that have just been dominant.
Yeah.
Right, so.
Yeah, really impressive. Yeah, I mean, that Poway program is, Southern California, they built a real powerhouse down there.
They really have. But Alexander does all of it down there. I hear the stories of him in the room and still on throwing everybody.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to watch out here. Watch him as he grabs the 2-on-1.
Yeah.
As he grabs the 2-on-1, he grabs both hands above the elbow.
That's cool. Yeah, he does that. He does that arm throw different than anybody I've ever seen in the U.S.
It's so fast. It's very European. It's a quick back step off it. As you see, he sets his feet here. He has that right foot in front. It's just ready to roll.
That's what you're talking about there. The 2, yeah.
Right at the elbow. He gives him enough space to slide that shoulder right underneath.
Joel Adams, super dynamic. I think it was right here back in maybe 2023 when he was still in high school when he beat Sancho.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, this high school kid's for real. Yeah. And he's trying to make a big impression here on the senior scene. He gets the first passivity call, so he'll get an opportunity on top.
And it's warranted, right? He did a great job of pushing the pace, getting his legs, creating action, keeping in the step, right? And now he gets his chance. But I'm going to tell you right now, Joel needs to finish.
Kiku normally very, very tough defensively in parterre.
That's that savviness, right? Look at him pushing that chest down, keeping that no lock. Now he's going to grind it. This is where Joel's going to slide that down. But watch Kiku pushing back into that knee. Difference from what Richardson was doing. He's pushing back into him. Now pushing on the arm. Joel gets it over. Oh, wow. The flexibility of that old man, Kiku.
Keeping that chest down, slipping the hip. Wow. And he knew. He signaled it.
Strictly savviness. That's just beautiful defense all around there by Kiku. Joel needs to keep the pace.
Joel looks like he's trying to take a little breather. That took a lot out of him.
Yeah. Kiku is so fast with that arm throw Joel needs to find the pace. What Joel does have going for him now, though, is Joel has the first point.
Yeah.
This could go 1-1.
Yeah. That's important.
Oh.
What was that call? Oh, wow.
Head down. Head down. Caution, 2.
So it should be 3-0.
Should be 3-0.
What'd you see there?
I didn't see it was that bad. They said his head was down, but no warning. I didn't see a warning.
I didn't see an attention. Yeah.
I didn't see an attention. Now Kiku is very being purposeful with his head. Like, is this kind of making a statement? Is this okay?
He's like looking. Yeah, he's looking at the official. Yeah, absolutely.
Is this okay? I didn't see it. Normally it's like head up, attention, but he went straight negative wrestling.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Me too. Now that changes this match.
Absolutely.
Huge.
He's going to have to force the action. I'll tell you what, if... All right.
Starting that second period now. So now Kiku needs to be able to get it. They're going to give Kiku a chance on top. But
yeah.
With that 2 points off the beautiful first arm for the Counts. And he needs to find, again, that's his way of showing, hey, I need my chance.
Yeah. Drag
I need my chance. Yep. Elbow high here. Again, hooking, getting to the positions that you want to see to warrant a passive on Joel, right? But now Joel needs to pick that pace up again. Pick it up.
Absolutely.
There he goes. They're already holding the paddle. Joel needs to make an attempt. I like sitting over here. See what's kind of going on this side of things.
Yeah, this is up close and personal the action, and man, yeah, there's the passivity.
There it is.
Here's his opportunity, and he's tough on top.
He is. Needs to take that breath. Joel takes a little bit of a stroll, a little bit of a game ship here.
Kiku has had, I mean, his gut wrench is pretty lethal.
Oh, it is. Gets right to that low gut. Look how low he goes. He traps the hip. It's just on the line of legs.
Wow. Great defense.
Gets there again. Reaches. Out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Kiku wanted Adams to be called for fleeing the mat.
Yep.
Didn't get it called, though.
No.
Joel Adams now training out at Oregon State. He was at Michigan, originally from Nebraska, where he's worked with Ivanov, but
yeah,
now out at Oregon State. Seems like what they're doing out there is working.
Doing a good job with him. I got to give it to Pendleton. He had Aiden Natal for a little bit and then brings in Joel, keeping Greco and that NCAA ranks going a little bit there, you know. I was really bummed to see some of our young athletes not show up for this year. Yeah. Isaiah Cortez, world silver medalist, didn't show up for seniors. And guys like that are in those ranks that are not wrestling on the Greco side of things.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Jaden Rainey made the team last year.
Yeah, Jaden.
He and his brother are not here.
Yeah. We want to see that. We want to keep this sport alive in our country. We got to keep these guys wrestling them. And they're good, man. We could be dominant in all three. Oh, beautiful duck. Nice job.
Wow.
Beautiful duck.
Man.
Excellent job by Joel.
Joel Adams has been mistake-free throughout this match and then finds that opening there.
That was beautiful.
This is so far, 27 seconds left, but this has been a really complete performance from Joel Adams.
Really has been. Really has been. Joel's been doing a great job dominating the pummel, dominating his feet, and putting himself in a great position to take match one here. of the best 2 out of 3.
And doing it against such a savvy veteran.
Really, really so. And Joel Adams, man, taking match 1.
5-1, the winner for Joel Adams. And I think that's going to do it for our first round of the best of 3 series. We're going to have round 3.
Should we talk or no?
Yeah.
I
What's
mean,
going on there?
we're missing one match here.
67 kilos.
67 kilos. I think it was going to be probably one of the highlighted matches.
Yeah.
Peyton O'Mania versus
Otto Black.
Otto Black. And